Good morning everybody, and good morning Render community. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. And congratulations if you watched my last video, because in my last video we talked about exactly what happened over the course of the weekend. If you want to look that back and if you want some proof, you can obviously check out the video, but I might have even have it in the thumbnail. I'm not sure, but what we talked about, we'll talk about in a moment. All right, don't worry, I won't spend too much time talking about it. Yeah, so here you can see we were talking about the breakout. I still was, to be honest, a little bit hesitant on whether we would be able to break above this level here at 5.5 and 5.4, because that was the main level we were talking about, right? So if we were able to break above that level, then that retest was in general a great area, and that would also be a solid confirmation that we would be able to rally higher. So that's also what we did, right? So we broke above that, retested it. So that was the ideal entry here on the retest of the 0.236 fib of this entire move down here. Great break retest, solid entry. And since then we have rallied quite a bit, especially overnight, which a lot of the volatility has happened overnight, unfortunately, for me at least, in the Asian session. We also saw a lot of strength for the AI narrative. So that combination, the bullish technical breakout initially on Friday into Saturday, and then the momentum for the narrative itself, is what we have seen over the last couple of days, which is very, very bullish. And now the big question obviously is, well, what's next? Can we actually expect more bullish momentum here? Should we expect some sort of a pullback here? You can see that the open interest is going up nicely with a positive CVD. So this is all things to be happy about. And therefore, I'm also bullish on Render here. Ultimately, like if you zoom out, I think we have broken the downtrend. All right, so by breaking above this level here between 5.4 and 5.5 and 5.4, this is the first time since the 7th of June, when Render was also still quite strong. That was back when we were quite hyped for the Nvidia earnings, right? If you remember. So this is the first time we've been able to actually make higher highs, and then it actually results in a bullish breakout. Technically, we also did that the 23rd of August, but then it very quickly turned into a fake out, right? And I think the market circumstances, if you look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin fell down a lot, right? It fell down all the way from 65,000 down to 54,000. I see the possibility of that as much less likely. So even if, I think the worst case scenario for Render here is that we drop back into 5.4 and 5.2, which, by the way, I still think is a great buy area. But that we will consolidate on top of that before ultimately spiking up to 6.6, and long-term also breaking above that and potentially making higher highs around 7.7 and 7.5, which is the next price target. So worst case scenario, this happens. Best case scenario, we just pump all the way up to 6.4 and 6.6 now. And we'll kind of consolidate up there, and we'll break above that very, very soon. What does that depend on? Bitcoin. All right, Render has a lot of momentum here, and that's great. But ultimately, the market still dictates, right? And Bitcoin is the market. So I would say that it is likely here that Render will pull back, especially from that level. Well, $6 maybe, but especially from this level right here around 6.25, 6.3. There is also quite a lot of resistance there. So that in combination with me expecting a pullback from Bitcoin, I think it's most likely we will pull back. Like I said, I think that area around 5.4, 5.2 is still a great buy area. But something like this, I would say it's most likely on the short term. All right. So those are my thoughts. Obviously, you do need to keep an eye on the whole AI narrative. If it really keeps this momentum it has overnight, or it had over the last couple of hours, we can also get up to 6.6 here. But breaking above that, I would be very surprised by, all right, to say the least. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know on Render for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.